We're going to look at secondary storage in this lesson. So firstly, the reason why we use secondary storage is to hold the operating system and application and any data when the power is turned off. So we call it non-volatile because it can hold data when the computer is turned off. It can also use for backing up data such as images, games, and so on, and archiving files. Then we've got characteristics. Now these 6 different characteristics need to be remembered for your exam. So they are very important, and whenever you're answering questions, you'll have to mention them, especially on secondary storage. So the first one is capacity, and that's how much data can that device hold. Speed, and that's the speed of transfer of access. So if trying to open a game or access a file, how fast can you access it? Portability, how easy is it to move around? So from your house to your school and so on. Durability is how easy is it to break? So if you step on it, you drop it on the floor, will it break? Will it damage? Will it get damaged? So the next one is reliability. So how long will it last? So will it randomly break? Like not stop, so not literally break in half or something like that, but stops working. So durability is when you apply pressure on it or drop it on the floor, but reliability is how long will it last? Will it stop working randomly? Will it save corrupted files? And then the cost, obviously, how much will it cost? So in terms of primary storage, we covered RAM and ROM, and we can possibly have cache as well there. And the secondary storage is hard disk drive, solid state drive, USB flash memory, magnetic tape, and CDs, DVDs, or Blu-rays. So they might ask you about different storage methods. So these are not devices, but they are storage methods. So magnetic is the first one, and then solid state, and then optical. So firstly, we got magnetic. These have mechanical parts that move over the disk surface to read and write data. So they got that little moving hand which moves over the disk. So example of magnetic is hard disk drive and magnetic tapes. Solid state uses microscopic electrons, electronic switches that store data. It is called solid because it has no moving parts, so it's in a solid state, doesn't have any moving parts, while hard disk drive does move around using that little hand. So examples of solid state, we've got solid state drive, flash memory card, and flash memory stick at the bottom. Optical, so we got DVDs, Blu-rays, and CDs, and that's when data is written onto the disk by a laser and is read from the disk by another laser. So advantages of hard disk drive, we got is cheap byte for byte, which means if you have a 1 terabyte of hard disk drive and then 100 gigabyte of solid state drive, then obviously the hard disk drive will be more expensive. But if you got 1 terabyte SSD and 1 terabyte hard disk drive, then the hard disk drive will be cheaper. That's what it means byte for byte if the storage amount is the same. It also has a very high capacity, so could be about 5 terabyte nowadays, even more, about 10 or even more than 10 terabytes. It also lasts longer than solid state drive. So solid state drives are not as reliable, they don't last as long as hard disk drive, so they have specific lifespan. Disadvantage is that it is not durable because it has that little moving part. If you drop it on the floor and that moving part breaks, that's it. Your hard disk drive is gone. It will not work anymore. So it is mainly used for personal computers to store data or large quantity of data. And then we've got solid state storage or now solid state drive. So this is high durable, so highly durable. It's shock proof, so if you drop it on the floor, most of the time it will not break because it has no moving parts. It's in a solid state. It's also very, very, very fast. So it's a lot faster than hard disk drive and CDs as well, a lot faster than that. Disadvantage is that it's very expensive, byte for byte, compared to magnetic, and it's got lower capacity as well. Oh my god. Hello. Okay, so I don't know why I did that. I missed something here. Okay, cool. Carry on. So let's pretend that never happened. So we got to this one. There you go. So these are the um, so it's expensive byte for byte compared to hard disk drive, lower capacity compared to magnetic, and then it is used in handheld devices and personal computers. Advantages of optical is that it is cheap and it's also portable, which means you can move it around very easily. And then disadvantages is low storage, which means it does not store that much data, and easily damaged. You can scratch it pretty easily, or if you drop it on the floor, step on it, boom, breaks, right? So slow write speed, so it's not that fast, and it also requires a DVD reader to read and write. It is used to back up normally songs or videos, so that's why you buy it from um, shops normally. And then flash memory is part of a solid state storage. It is used in flash memory sticks and flash memory card. It's also used in handheld devices, so such as DS, PS Vita, things like that, or Nintendo, not sure. So and phones obviously. So they are used there as flash memory cards. It is very portable. Special flash memory cards and flash memory sticks. It's compact, so it's very small. You can fit it in sat navs, in small devices. It's lightweight, so and it's also durable. Doesn't break. If you drop a USB on the floor, it will not break. 99% of the time, at least. It also has no moving parts. Okay, and then we've got cloud storage. So cloud storage is when you save data off-site somewhere else. So not on your computer, but somewhere else, such as Dropbox, Google Drive, or Microsoft OneDrive. The advantages of cloud storage is that files can be accessed anywhere. So it could be in school, at home, anywhere. You can save it on the cloud and then access it as long as you have internet. If you don't have internet, you cannot access that. It's also used for calibration of files. So let's say I'm coding with someone else, they add code to it, I add code 1 hour later, and so on. So we can use it for calibration. And it's also used to back up files. The disadvantage is that it can have a monthly cost or an annual cost. So you pay to store data. Not always, but mainly if you start to store a lot of data. It also has a security risk, which means if someone hacks your account, they can access all your file. So it's more likely that it will get hacked than your actual computer. So it's more vulnerable to hackers. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So that's all you need to know about secondary storage.